Member Joseph, you are on.
Lovely good evening and welcome to the main news. We have a look at the headlines. Bones of missing child found in Mansa. Given Lubinda attacked and abducted in Kawe. Private schools cry foul over impact of free education policy. PF dismisses Mwila's remarks, says only Lubinda and SG can issue official statements. The news in details. My name is Kondwelani Jose. Welcome once again to it. Former Patriotic Front Secretary General Davis Mwila has declared that the recent appointment of the PF Central Committee made by acting party president Given Lubinda are now void, arguing that they violate the party's constitution. Addressing the media today, Mr. Mwila insisted that the appointments of PF presidential contenders Chanda Katotowe and Dr. Chitalu Chilufya did not go through the National Executive Committee nor receive a ratification from the Central Committee as required by the party rules.
Good morning, men and women, members of our party. It has come to our attention that our acting president, Honorable Given Lubinda, announced the two appointments of our members, Honorable Dr. Chilufya and Honorable MP for our constituents, Honorable Katotowe, to be on the Central Committee. Members of the party, you are aware that the party is going to the General Conference next week to elect a leader who will take us to the general elections. That I wish to state that that appointment is illegal in that the appointment of any member of the Central Committee, it has to go through the National Executive Committee as well as the Central Committee for ratification. And since all those stages were not followed, it is the abrogation of our own rules and the Constitution. So those appointments must be treated now and void. So we appeal to our national chairman, Honorable Sonda Mpankata, to take charge, because the Constitution empowers him in between now and the General Conference. Because Honorable Mpankata is the one who chairs the National Council as well as the General Conference. Please, can you take charge? And as we hold the Central Committee, we expect that on Saturday, 22, we expect that our national chairman will head or will chair the meeting. Because we expect Honorable Lubinda, Honorable Mundubire, Honorable Dr. Chitalu Chilufya, Honorable Makebu Zulu to distinguish their positions, since they are all candidates. And we expect we expect order. There must be order in the party as we go to the General Conference. And also I want to appeal to our members to remain calm and be united. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, the Patriotic Front has distanced itself from remarks issued by former Party Secretary General Davis Mwila, insisting that all official communication must strictly come from the office of the party president or the Secretary General. In a separate media interview, PF Deputy National Youth Chairman Celestine Mambula Mukandila reminded Mr. Mwila and the general membership that the party's constitution empowers the current leadership, headed by acting President Given Lubinda, to speak on behalf of the organization, adding that discipline and respect for authority are expected as the party heads to its general conference.
Issued today, the 19th of November, 2025. It's important to note that the Patriotic Front wishes to remind all party members and the general public that the established formal channels through which all communication or all official communication is disseminated. These channels remain the Office of the Secretary General of the Patriotic Front, as well as the Office of the President of the Patriotic Front. In this regard, the public and our membership are advised not to be misled by the recent statement attributed to our former Secretary General, Honorable Davis Miller. Honorable Davis Miller is hereby reminded to adhere to the authority structure of the party and to uphold the principle of collective responsibility required by all members of the Central Committee. We urge all party members and the Zambian public to await the official communication from the Patriotic Front, which shall be issued strictly through the Central Committee and the party president, Honorable Given Luminda. The leadership of any nature requires that respect be accorded to those entrusted with authority, regardless of differing personal views or leadership preferences. We therefore appeal for patience, unity, and discipline as the party prepares for its general conference at the end of this month. Further, we remind our members that Articles 53 and 54 of the Patriotic Front clearly outline the current leadership framework of the party, particularly following the passing of our late President, Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu. The Patriotic Front remains committed to order, discipline, and constitutionalism in its rank. Please be guided accordingly. Issued today by Celestine Mukandila, Patriotic Front member of the Central Committee and Patriotic Front Deputy Nationalist Chairman. Thank you very much. Issued today, the 19th of November.
Patriotic Front PF Acting President Given Luminda has reportedly been attacked and abducted by unidentified individuals while in Kabwe. Mr. Luminda was addressing PF officials when the incident occurred. Porokoso Member of Parliament and senior PF official Brian Mundubile, who disclosed the development during a press briefing, has called on the police to act swiftly and secure Mr. Luminda's safe return.
Okay. Just the door. Close the door.
From Kabwe that Honorable Given Luminda has been abducted. He's been brutalized by suspected UPND cadres who interrupted his meeting, the meeting that he was having with party officials, after which they severely brutalized Honorable Luminda with all those that had accompanied him, and later abducted him and sped off in a pickup whose details were yet to avail to the police. The purpose of this address is to call upon the Inspector General of Police to immediately deploy officers to Kabwe and was run abducted at City Market. Today, we have senior party officials beaten and abducted, things that we never saw before. I do not think any citizen can today recount or catalogue the events of abductions as we have them today. Today, abductions are the order of the day. There is no freedom of association, no freedom of speech. What wrong has Comrade Luminda done? We all know that we are going for the general elections next year. As a Patriotic Front Party, we have our intra-party elections. We have been engaging our party officials to lobby for support for our intra-party elections in preparation for the general election.
Yes.
What wrong has Comrade Luvinda done by exercising its fundamental rights enshrined in our Constitution? A right to associate, a right to assemble, a right to speak to his fellow party members. What business have the UPND got in PF matters? If Honorable Luvinda is meeting PF officials, what business is it of the UPND to go and interrupt, brutalize, and later abduct members of the Patriotic Front Party? President Hakainde Hichilema, the buck stops at you. The buck to end violence stops at you. Mr. President, you've got to take full responsibility of what is happening in Kabwe. Inspector General of Police will act in your name, but the buck stops at you. We want to call upon you, Mr. President, that you immediately ensure that President Luvinda is secured from wherever he is.
Yeah.
So, countrymen and women, this is what we thought we should bring to the fore. A very, very unfortunate incident indeed. And we pray that wherever Honorable Luvinda and others are indeed safe, because they were severely brutalized by those that have abducted them. Thank you very much, countrymen and women.
Patriotic Front councillors in Undazi district of Eastern Province have condemned the abduction of the party's acting president and presidential candidate, Given Luvinda. The councillors, led by their area member of parliament, Brenda Nyerenda, have described the incident as un-Zambian and deeply troubling.
No, let's have one councillor.
There. So want to condemn it. Me and the other councillors and the whole Undas want to condemn that, and we are sending this message to all other districts if at all they are planning anything against our party officials. I think we are equal to the task. We'll put off also our jackets and maybe just start up the game. Otherwise, want to condemn it. It's not a good thing. It's un-Zambian. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, fellow countrymen. As you are aware that during this period, the Patriotic Front is about to choose its own candidate who is going to compete in the 2026 general election. In an internal democracy, we have started our own doings where we have now some candidates who are going out around the country to be able to speak to our structures. We believe that we have rights. Initially, we are Zambians, and apart from that, we have the right to assemble. And not only the right to assemble, if we are in an enclosed place, I don't think we deserve to be distracted. I'm in my village in Undazi, where I came to bury my uncle, and we just buried. And I've just been beckoned by my office in Lusaka to say that our acting president, Honorable Given Luvinda, has been attacked by UPND cadres in Kabwe. Firstly, I'd want to state that any person who lives or who joins the battle line and becomes physical, it means they have lost. Once you just leave, you don't want to talk to someone, you just want to go physical, it means the battle has been lost. What I just want to state categorically is that the UPND has lost the battle. The moment you start...
Heavy rainfall on Wednesday morning caused the Nakambala stream to overflow, sending dirty water reportedly mixed with fecal matter into Zambia compound, a situation which has affected more than 70 houses. The flooding, which occurred near a bridge currently under construction, submerged homes, damaged property, and spoiled food supplies in several households. Residents expressed anger over the incident, accusing the contractor of delaying the project and contributing to the scale of the disaster. Many complained that they have lost valuable household goods and are now calling for the contractor's contracts to be terminated. They are also demanding compensation for their losses. Nakambala Ward Councillor Kelvin Mulea visited the affected area to assess the damage and speak with the residents. He urged the
igamba kuti inzira yerere kuamba twambo mwati muzira yagwabandihanya botu bandikono temwa ndiwo ibinda kuti mabweza misago amabwa nkoli mwamba muntu kamujimo jirarubira limwe temwa ndiwo nabantu mubona mbotu bora mbwe bora lyonse mwe bapenzi nakubuli yose kondiri kumuromba amana muraswidira ndanga muzimana nambwe nyobu tulindire kuti babore batibore yantu bajijurane biturbe mbende kakwa winda kuyako usati male kunjira manganda twabana mba DC kwamba kutindiza abana ba DC kujiberaja kujiberaja disaster izo timu inga yabora basa assess manganda anjirwa menda ngati bareme babali a record itabe kuti otubona basa chingani batu wana na bane atu tamugongo mwana zabusi mwana zabusi na watu wale bamuganishika mulera kwamba ngore kwamba ora pe kuna limiti ndamba kuti
started going into people's homes, and this has unsettled the residents who are demanding that this contractor be stopped from doing this or the contract be terminated, because the damage that has been done in their homes is irreparable. They've lost out on various goods and items, as we are going to show you later on of the amount of damage that has happened right here in Zambia compound. The earlier speaker is the area councillor for Nakambala Ward, who is Kelvin Mulea, trying to calm down the residents who are irate and are demanding that the contract be terminated for this particular contractor. We'll be coming live again with more information on this developing story right here in Zambia compound of Mazabwe district.
Residents of Njolwe stormed the office of Lands Minister Sylvia Masebo, demanding government action over alleged harassment by a named security wing that is ordering them to vacate land they have occupied for years. The angry residents accuse the officers of intimidation, saying they now live in fear, but Ms. Masebo has pointed the blame at corrupt officials allegedly involved in illegal land allocation in the area.
Army Africa security otherwise army izaenda kuti but now our army ina issue now sizaikamba pale. I'm waiting to see them as your representative. Yes, because there's a lot of nonsense also on the ground, even what is being said. Ati mnavotera mene abo bantu bawanu bamusiyana bamozi I hear all the stories. Yeah, so and when the army is moving in, they know kuli bantu bene ba placed as MP bafunga unikambisa kuniuza ine, then ine baniuzinga kuti nibwere pansi nikambe naimwe not na maguns here. That is not right. Why is funny kabisa? Because if they are right, they should talk to me. But because now there's something wrong they are doing, we'll get to the bottom of that. The problem is that you had the Keno Mulenga who was working here. And Keno Mulenga was working as Ministry of Lands, as if he's a commissioner, as if he's a surveyor general. And he was going on the ground, doing things on the ground, and changing things on the ground. That's why we have this problem. That's why we have this problem. Let's go and spread the spread. So even if you go on the ground there, even if you go on the ground, these are poor people. They don't even know what a beacon is, whatever. But the chief herself discussed this matter. It's on record. We have the record here. We have the record here, and that's where the problem is, you know. So there's a big problem. There's a big problem. So there are mistakes made by these people. There are also mistakes made by ourselves. That's why it's difficult, you know. So one wrong and another wrong can't make a right. So we must all start being right. The army must be right, the ministry must be right, the headmen must be right, the traditional leadership must be right, and the people themselves must be right.
So lero bakamba kuti ni Amiland. But kuwafunza bachifi bakamba kuti iya isi Amiland. Then two tizaenda kuti ine ndine headman. Ni nabantu about kapena ni 400 kapena mamilioni manje kapena kuma milioni. Kufaka pamudzi na bana. Tizaenda kuti. Pamene tizaenda kankhala. So nedanda tinayo so cities kumbuyo kwatu kumeta choka kunyumba. Kuti kapena kuti branch huko. Kala. So vativuta maningi wa masoja. So that's why tabula kuti va minister kuti no vatiuze wa minister tinali yakuti tikadanda ule kuti va president.
Sindabona mbulinga me. Ndacheminwe pata mfunda chikipano 86 years old. Funda chikipano kusemina popele pa. Dino sindabona tasoma mutu pabo kalata tukafesinga nebo ne president. Matu pakalata iyo twetu gambe nendi utsope tasoma la kwela kubatondo. Amwe bamutepeshenga. Kuya kubona no tino chindi so mutu pakalata ngatuya kunani parliament. Kuya kumona president kusa. Mutu pakalata no bakapola bali kutakwa mutu kulesanga bantu balanda kubonana ne president hapo. Eshoti weka bamunyanshishira. Yaba minister of the land. Nakabatani funda mwini wakanyifemana. Saba masoja bakutenani bakutekishi. Benga kupewa kuboma batu. Nyonkanditishi. Kuna nkini kulibimanda mbwe. Nino msamutu weka bakalete wa mabocho wao besi wa gayeka lemata. Bawe bantu wakutu wakabo tubasoko.
Some private school owners have appealed for government support, warning that the free education policy has left many institutions struggling to survive due to reduced enrollment and loss of income. Speaking in Chawamwa, Dongwe Private School Director Pepula Shipapi said his school is failing to pay salaries for 24 teachers, as most parents have withdrawn their children and taken them to government schools. He called on government to provide loans and learning materials to ensure private schools continue complementing the education sector.
For the private, the challenge what we have, because we depend on the pupils, the income what they are paying us, also us we need to pay the teachers. Many pupils, they have gone on government because of free education. So that's a challenge what we have. Even the payment has come down, has dropped. Even the pupils themselves, they have dropped. The situation is not okay. I can say that if it's your property, it's okay, although you are facing a lot of challenges. But now if you are renting, like here, if you are renting, you pay the rentals, you pay the teachers, you buy a lot of the services what they want. And also they have changed the curriculum. And also you need to buy the new books. The introducing of free education, it's 100% right. But also government must come and partner with the private schools, those who are helping. Because we are helping government. Government and us, we are working together. So government and private schools, we need to work together. Sometimes they even offer us the books or other material from government so that we survive together. Even loans, they are giving loans. But as private, some of the private, we go there to apply. They will tell you, said, no, government and private schools, we are employed. So we must work together with government. Even to offer us the centers. Because we don't have a center. I got my friend who have a center. The end of the day, will tell me, said, pay. But meanwhile, there's a free education. In government, they don't pay. So even in private schools, they're supposed to offer us the centers and to monitor those schools. Said, if we work together with the government, they offer the centers so that our pupils, they're not supposed to go to write somewhere and we spend more money. The end of the day, that's why others, they have closed their schools because they don't have income.
Well, the free education, first to say, it's the good part that the government has introduced to the community. It's really encourage the parents to take back their children to school. So my appeal is, I can just say, if government come together, we will make a party with the government. They produce the books, even the new syllabus, the CBC, they just give us, we move together with government. I'm sure the way they are teaching there, let's be same what we are teaching here. As I'm saying now, I'm sure you have only 200. That's the total number. From that, the amount from 400 up to 200. So the number.
The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has imposed an administrative penalty of 80,000 kwacha on Lusaka Telecom Solution Company for violating several labour laws. The company was found guilty of underpaying wages, failing to issue pay slips, and not registering as an employer with the Labour Commission, among other infractions. In a statement made available to Muvi TV News, Ministry of Labour Principal Public Relations Officer Mwaka Ndawa disclosed that the company was found to have underpaid wages to its employees, contrary to statutory instrument number 49 and 50 of 2023. She adds that the company failed to attest employment contract, contrary to section 25 of the ECA.
Social Security has slapped an 80,000 kwacha administrative penalty on Lusaka Telecom Solution Company for underpayment of wages, lack of employment policies, and failure to attest employees' contracts of employment. This follows an integrated inspection conducted at the company, led by Assistant Labour Commissioner for Lusaka Province, Madam Ellen Moyo. The inspection was initiated following reports of poor conditions of service at the company. Among the violations established were failure to issue payslips, contrary to Section 105 of the Employment Code Act No. 3 of 2019, non-attested employment contracts, contrary to Section 2512 of the Employment Code Act, and failure to register as an employer with the Office of the Labour Commissioner, despite having a workforce of over 400 employees. Other violations were underpayment of wages, contrary to Statutory Instrument No. 49 and 50 of 2023, lack of employment policies, contrary to Section 95(3) of the Employment Code Act. As a remedial measure, the company has been directed to begin issuing payslips effective November month end 2025 and submit all employment contracts for attestation at the Labour Office. Telecom Solution Company has been directed to register as an employer with the Labour Commissioner, ensure all employment policies are made available to employees, and regularize remuneration for all workers earning below the statutory minimum wage through contract addendums. Employers are urged to comply with the provisions of the Employment Code Act, as non-compliance attracts administrative penalties, possible prosecution, and further enforcement measures depending on the gravity of the offence. The Ministry will continue to scale up inspections, both scheduled and impromptu, to safeguard workers' welfare and uphold labour standards.
That story item of labour issues closes the news tonight. Let's have a look at the headlines as we close. Bones of missing child found in Mansa. Given Lubinda attacked and abducted in Kabwe. Private schools cry foul over impact of free education policy. PF dismisses Mwila's remarks, says only Lubinda and SG can issue official statements. That's it. Thank you very much for watching the news bulletin tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, my name is Kondwelani Jose.
Hi!
Hi, baby.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Mwah, mwah.
Young lady, where are you coming from?
Did Grandma call you?
Is that why you are late?
Yes, I escorted Grandma to replace her voter's card.
Don't lie, you just want to see your boyfriend.
You, Richard, behave. But I thought the registration has closed.
No, actually, they have extended and they're offering new registrations, replacement of lost, destroyed, or defaced voters' cards. So all those that have not yet registered can still go and register.
Okay, darling.
Can't shout over Namtale to go and register because she didn't.
Yes, the Electoral Commission of Zambia has extended the voter registration registration for 15 days. If you registered in 2020 or during continuous registration of voters and you still have your voter's card, you don't need to register again. The following services will be provided: new registrations, replacements of lost, destroyed or defaced voters' cards, transfers from one polling station to another, claims for omission on the register of voters, corrections of clerical errors, and removal of deceased voters. Registration centers will be open daily from 08 to 17 hours including weekends. Note that the 15 days of voter registration exercise will have 3 phases. The first 2 phases will last 4 days each, while the final phase will last 5 days. To find open registration centers, check on the Commission's website. Follow the link ovr.elections.org.zm/deployment-plan or dial short code *214# on mobile phones or visit any district registration centers or civic centers across the country. Register now. It's your right. It's your choice. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Zambia.
This November 22nd, something powerful is happening at Gospel Outreach Fellowship. It's the Entrepreneurs Exhibition and Marketplace hosted by the Women of Go Center Ministries. Come display, sell your products and services, connect with customers, church members, and fellow business women. Be inspired by real success stories from women just like you and grow together in faith and enterprise. Limited stalls available. Register now. Saturday, November 22nd, 2025 from 9 hours to 14 hours at Gospel Outreach Fellowship. Call 0975 361740, 0974 638108 or email dorinchaba@gmail.com. Don't miss it.
Are you a parent looking for a school with values-driven ethos and a firm belief in an all-encompassing Christian education for your child? Then look no further. At Gospel Outreach Christian Academy, we make the educational experience of your child as rewarding as possible. Offering an excellent reading program that gets our reception children reading within 6 weeks, and examination practice packages tailored to prepare our learners sufficiently for final exams, helping your child make the passing choice to holistic education. A school that believes in helping struggling students get up to speed, providing for the mind, body, and soul. Enroll your child in any of the grades from baby class to grade 12 and enjoy flexible payment plans with up to 5% discounts for payments made during school holidays. For information, call 0979 404809. Gospel Outreach Christian Academy. Excellence through Christian education. Scan the QR code to apply.
At Manzi Valley, we pride ourselves in giving you the cleanest and safest mineral water on the Zambian market. Our mineral water is produced in the cleanest and most hygienic, germ-free environment in Zambia, and that's just a fact. We at Natural Valley take pride in the quality of our product so that you can safely enjoy our mineral water, rich in minerals, to satisfy that thirst and revitalize your body. So grab a bottle of Manzi Valley mineral water now to beat that.
Charlie Watkins served as a nuclear officer on a Navy cruiser. Years later, he transitioned to the business world and now is the CEO of 2 companies. Charlie's true passion in life is to equip men to thrive as godly husbands, fathers, and leaders. With his book, Throw No Rocks, Charlie offers wisdom from years of experience on how to achieve those very goals.